Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're
What's
talking
going
no
on,
matter.
everybody?
Ching,
We
ching,
are
bling,
back.
bling.
It's Money in the Bank. I'm Justin Flora. He's Justin Barman. We are here to talk NFL Sunday. And it's been a while since we've been here, Butters. We weren't given the best advice when we were here, but we're back. We've been down our own personal heaters.
So we've been on a very well-deserved leave of absence. Our performance was not tailgate, what tailgate really wanted from us. So they told us, we're gonna let you guys take a little break, go see your doctors, come back, and that's what we did.
And you know what? I can personally speak for myself. I've had a pretty good week. I mean, the college basketball started up on Tuesday. That's my bread and butter. I had a wonderful day. I hit 7 different games. And then yesterday I hit a parlay or 2. Syracuse got the big win at the Dome. It was just a great feeling. And now I'm ready.
Since we've been off the air, I've actually started making money again.
Exactly.
I think now's time to put it back.
And make other people money. That's why we're here. We are giving you each of our 3 best picks for this upcoming NFL Sunday. And I'll kick this one off. One game that I really like a lot, the Chargers are going into Oakland, and for both teams, it's always kind of just a neutral advantage. I mean, these two teams play twice a year. They're in generally the same vicinity, both in California. No one really wants to go see Oakland anymore this time because of how poor they've been doing. The Chargers are very, very good right now on a 5-game heater. They're 10-point favorites. I will give all of that. I think they cover the spread easily. Chargers -10. They beat Oakland by 16 points, 26-10 already at home this year. And I think they've gotten better, and Oakland's just gotten worse since then.
Yeah, I think Oakland is literally trying to lose games. They've traded away all their good players except for Derek Carr. And this John Gruden guy is really kind of a scumbag. Because as a Giants fan, number 1 pick is something that we've kind of called dibs on. We had number 2 last year. And this year, we're definitely going for the first pick. And this Gruden guy is just really doing his best to make sure we don't get it. And he's being a real jerk.
Yeah, I know. And they're competing for that number 1 overall pick, just like you said right there, Butters. They're a terrible team. They already shipped out Amari Cooper. They have 3 first-round picks for next year's draft and 2 for the year after that. They're in full tank mode.
And they're really, Giants, we called dibs on the first pick this year. We're playing...
Yeah, fuck you.
We're playing worse than everyone else. We deserve the first pick. Stop being a jerk, Gruden. We don't like it.
Absolutely. You cannot be a worse coach than Pat Shurmur. Get the fook out of here. We're going all in on that number 1 pick. We take on the 49ers Monday Night Football, and we'll probably get shelled. Honestly. Nick Mullins is just better than that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't expect to win, nor do I even want to win at this point.
Going to one NFC East team talking about the Giants to another. The Redskins are hosting the Buccaneers. They are 3-point underdogs, but I am not going in that direction. I'm taking the Buccaneers -3 in this game. Fitzmagic is back. I mean, plain and simple, Fitzmagic is back. This offense is going to put up points. And if you look at the way that Washington's defense played last week, yeah, a lot was being said. They picked up HaHa Clinton-Dix from Green Bay, but they got shelled from the Falcons at home in his homecoming. They lost that game by 28 points at home. They can't just recover from that against the number 1 offense in the league statistically. I mean, no one puts up more yards per game than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick at the helm. I give 3 points in that game, and I take the Bucs all the way.
Yeah, and the Redskins are very injury depleted. They're kind of, looks like they're losing it. I think, realistically, you could see 8-8 team win that NFC East division, play a home playoff game, which no one likes to see, but it's something that's happened in this division before. And if this is a year, it's probably going to happen again. The Redskins, I think Alex Smith is just not very good. I think he's a guy who won't turn the ball over, but he also will do nothing at the same time. He doesn't really do anything besides not turn the ball over. And their defense is good, but not a great defense. So I'm going to say that Fitzmagic is going to do enough to win this game and probably cover.
Yeah, the bread and butter of this team is their defense. They rank in the top 5 in the league in that category. But when you look at what they do...
Lost...
Exactly.
Who they lose?
See, you trying to say he was making a big deal about reading the injury report.
I didn't pick this game. This is your pick. So.
It is my pick, but to me it doesn't really matter because the defense does not do anything for me.
No.
I mean, we only know about the Redskins defense because of our boy Mac, and he wants to talk as much shit about it. The Redskins just don't impress me. I mean, like you said on offense, Alex Smith is nothing more than a game manager. It's the same thing as he was with the 49ers, same thing as he was with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's just not going to win games for this team. He'll do everything he can so they don't lose, but he will not be a winner for that team. And then looking at AP, he's always been dealing with injury issues throughout the season. Same thing for Chris Thompson. I don't trust anyone on that offense to hang around with the Tampa Bay offense right now.
Yeah, I just think that like Alex Smith is confirmed not a winner. He's a loser, and he always will be. So take the Bucs.
Big loser right there. Go Tampa. So I talked a little bit about how Washington lost a big matchup to Atlanta last week. Atlanta is back. I mean, they're on a big winning streak right now. They've won, I believe, their last 3 matchups, and they're rolling. They're going into Cleveland, who is turning back into the dumpster fire that they are. They're giving 6 points on the road in the dog pound. I will give that. No matter what. Take the Falcons in that game. Yeah. They just blew out the Redskins, who are a top 5 defense in the league that just got better with the addition of HaHa Clinton-Dix. I really feel good about this Falcons team. I think they're going to try to make a late push for the playoffs. It's going to be tough because looking at their division alone, they're dealing with the Panthers and the Saints, so they're going to be fighting for a wild card spot, but I really give them a good chance to go all the way with it right now.
Yeah, the only thing that stops them is their division. They have both the Saints, who are probably the best team in the league, and the Carolina Panthers.
And the Bucs, who, I'm speaking very highly of right now.
Yeah, they have the Bucs. I don't think the Bucs are going to make the playoffs. I mean, Carolina's got their ass beat in Pittsburgh, so this gives Atlanta a real chance to move up a spot in that division in the wild card race. But it's going to be a tough race for the Falcons to get into the playoffs because their division is probably the best in football. But I think this week should be a good week for them, and I think they are a good team. And
I think seeing what happened to Carolina, that really should motivate this Atlanta team to go out there and make a statement. They're doing it against a Browns team that ever since Baker Mayfield really came in and stunned everybody for the first couple of weeks. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Jets. They haven't really done shit other than that.
This team, they fired their coach and their coordinator. They've been in the news for just all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. As per usual, of course.
The Browns. This is a team that I still think does a very bright future with Jarvis Landry and Baker Mayfield and Myles Garrett on the defensive front. But
it's just not there yet.
It's not happening yet. The Falcons are still kind of a powerhouse in the NFC. Roster-wise, they started off really shitty. But this has to be a game that they have to come out and just kick the crap out of the Browns.
Absolutely. All right, and with that being said, those are my 3 picks. Take all favorites this week with the spread. Falcons -6, Bucs -3, Chargers -10. Now, Butters, take it away.
All right, so my first pick is another life too short to bet the under. I'm going in Cincinnati. We got the Saints versus the Bengals. No AJ Green, but also no Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant walked in the building, said,
could have been.
"What's up, boys? Don't worry, I got this," and then tore his Achilles. So he's out. But listen, I think that the Bengals have a home crowd on their side that they'll put up a few extra points because of that. Despite having no AJ Green, they still got Joe Mixon. They still got a pretty good quarterback in Dalton. I think they'll put up enough
Boyd
points.
is having an insane season.
I think they'll put up enough points. But the thing is that their defense is, look at me, injury report. No Vontaze is perfect. I think their defense is very bad, and they're going against one of the best offenses I've ever seen in my entire life. So I think the Saints can put up 40. They don't stop scoring. They're just it's a wrecking crew. They're not going to stop scoring. I think the over 54 is a lock.
Yeah, I think that's a really good pick right there because look at both of these teams. They do everything right offensively. And the biggest question is that game is if Cincinnati's offense is going to score points on New Orleans' defense, because it's very evident that no matter if they're on the road, they're in the Superdome, they're in your backyard, they're in the playground at your local high school. It doesn't fucking matter. The Saints are a guaranteed 35 points a night. They have Alvin Kamara. They have Michael Thomas. They have Drew Brees. They're not going to stop scoring.
What's with these guys? Like, Drew Brees and Tom Brady are 40 years old, and they're playing the best football of their entire life.
Absolutely miraculous, and they're not going to stop scoring points. Andy Dalton will always put up points for this Bengals team. Joe Mixon is back, one of the great young running backs in the NFL right now. Same thing with Tyler Boyd at receiver. This is a good football team, and I think they're going to put up a lot of points. I think 54 is way too generous.
Yeah, 54 should get crushed. I think the only thing stopping the Saints is their defense. Like, their offense is unstoppable. but they let up points. They up 35 to LA last week. Like that's.
I mean, LA might be. You talk
that's
about
who
the best
that's who they're going to play in the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
in the NFC Championship, most likely.
They did hold Minnesota to 20 though, in Minnesota.
But that's just Kirk Cousins. So I think when you're looking at the Saints in the playoff and Super Bowl push, the only thing that's going to stop them is their defense. Like you got to think that after playing the Rams or the Patriots, that both those teams are going to torch them, and that's going to be a big downfall for them if they want to actually take home the Lombardi Trophy this year. So that being said, I think the Saints they're going to win easily, but they're also going to give up points by doing so, and they're going to score a lot of points. So take the over.
All right.
And then next pick, another on top injury report. I have Pats -7. Gronk is questionable, but even if it doesn't play, I don't think it matters because the Titans are a load of garbage. They beat the Cowboys. They're also another load of garbage. But take nothing from that game. The Titans stink. Mariota's not that good. Even without Gronk, they still have Josh Gordon and Julian Edelman and a pretty decent run game, but it doesn't matter because they have Tom Brady. So take the Pats -7. They win easily in Tennessee.
Yeah, Sony Michel questionable for that game. I did my injuries report too. Sony Michel, big member of the fantasy team. I creamed in my pants, all hell. But yes, I agree with you. I mean, looking at Marcus Mariota, yes, he had a great game against Dallas, but I mean, what does that really say? That Dallas team is really falling into the shitter as of recent weeks. We saw the Patriots defense take on Aaron Rodgers last week in primetime, and they held him to 17 points. I mean, what are they going to do to Marcus Mariota? I guarantee you that they don't scratch the surface of 20. They might not even come close. I think the Patriots are an easy pick.
They're going to take him to the back alley and just take all his lunch money.
That's right. They're going to beat the crap out of him like a bully in high school. I thought you were going a different way with that. Wow.
We're PC.
Yeah, that's right. Very PC over here at Tailgate Sports. Shout out.
And then the last pick of the day is Seattle +9 in LA. The last time, I don't think Seattle, at the end of the day, I don't think Seattle's a bad team. I know they're injury depleted with Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor, but they're still playing pretty well. I mean, they're 500. They're in a spot to make a push for the last wild card spot. I really think, and the last time they played LA, they lost by 3, and they played them really tight. So I think Seattle +9 is a really sneaky good pick.
This is the only pick that you made that I have to disagree with you a little bit, just because looking at what happened with LA last week, they went into New Orleans and they lost by 10. And they didn't lose a game before that all season long. That game against Seattle was in Seattle. Obviously, CenturyLink Field is one of the best home field advantages in all of the NFL. I think the Rams are going to go out there trying to make a statement, and I think they're going to do so by beating the literal piss out of the Seahawks.
I don't know. I think the Seahawks, every time they played in recent years, it's always tight. I think that Seattle has a chip to beat this team and get over the hump. I think this is a bigger game, much bigger game for Seattle than it is for LA. I think Pete Carroll's a darn good coach, and I really think that I'm not going to go out there and say they're going to pull off the upset, but I don't think they're going to just get blown out of the water.
I mean, get blown out of the water is, I don't know, 9 points. I feel like that the Rams could easily win this game by more than 2 touchdowns.
I see it Rams by 4. That's my prediction.
That's tough. That's a tough one right there. I don't know. I would ride the Rams. I'm not going to bet on that game. I'm going to stay away just because of how you said the Seahawks did play them really close the first time they played this year, but I think the Rams are on a revenge tour right now. And they're playing Kansas City next week. They need to really start scaring some teams with their offense like they were earlier in the year with the way Todd Gurley was running around every single play.
That's got to be the game of the year.
Yeah. In Mexico City on a neutral field, it's going to be one hell of a game next Monday night. But
it also play on a neutral field, Super Bowl.
True.
Which is what these two teams
Interesting.
Again in, so.
Maybe a prediction? Who really knows? But you have Butters' picks. You have my picks. We've been hot. We swear we've been hot. Hopefully, we can earn your guys' trust this weekend. Thank you guys for listening. Also, tune in to the Sleepless City Sports Podcast at the beginning of every week with me, Butters, and our producer, Mason. Thank you guys for listening.
And we also break down the Bills every week now.
Big Bills. Hey, take them against the Jets. Bills money line, sneaky pick if you want to make some extra cash.
First of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, Poppy. I know you're mad.